Hey guys, Happy Splasher here. Good afternoon. So right now we're going to continue with our journey run. So let's go check it out. So currently we're on this boss here, Insidious Ella. Let's take a look at our skills. Okay, whenever an enemy appears, they will freeze a random enemy, and at the start of the turn will deal damage to ranged enemies. Okay, so a couple things. Looks like whenever we end up summoning, we're going to see one of our heroes frozen. So we want to have heroes that can either get around the freeze, whether it's with immunity or with perhaps cleanse. And then also we have the skill here. So start of the turn will deal damage to our ranged heroes. So we want to make sure we have either heroes that can give mental shield or heal or something, or maybe we just don't use ranged heroes at all. So yeah, so let's check out the heroes. Okay. And yeah, let's hop right in. Okay, so we'll start once again with the Shadow Shimono. It's good that the shard still comes out. To actually continue here with the Super Mary against the Dorman Graham. Just gonna go with this Yoster over here to block against the Shearshaw. And we do have a nice board wipe, so let's go for that. So we can also follow up with the thinking what's going to make sense. So we can give a health booster. Let's actually go with the Eternal Sun over here. Give us some mental shield to our hero. Okay, let's see. We'll still have the mental shield, so let's actually block the old god next. Okay, I'm actually going to go with another Yoster to block against this Koshi, which gives us negative attack for a turn. Okay, I'm going to go with the Lifesteal skill now against the Lady Medusa here, and just give us a little bit of health back. Then we could also potentially go with some more Mental Shield. That'll be really nice. Yeah! Okay, that way now we can have Mental Shield on all of our heroes. Whoa! Okay, we do now have some more heroes being destroyed. I do not want to get in the way of the Eternal Sun because of the attack boost, as you can see here. So we'll actually summon a Villano Mad Genius on A2, so we can gain some health and also start getting some protection and some health boost back to our heroes. Okay, this is fine. We have the Shadow Shimono over here blocking us. We'll go with the, let's see. I think it's probably going to be better if we go with the Super Mary here just to block because of the Mental Shield. Okay, at this point now they have these two old gods, which are going to be freezing our heroes. We could go for a third super, Eternal Sun. And it's also helping our heroes too because of the Yoster with the female health boost at the end. We can somehow get a third Yoster on the board. That would be good. Actually going to summon this Grace over here on C1. Potentially we can set up for the 7 extra attacks, which we'll need to deal the rest of the damage. And we also still have the area giving bleeding. Okay, just to also stop the negative attack as well, I'm going to go with the Madame Lotrix here on D1, so we can potentially summon puppets that will help us remove negative effects. Still need to be able to attack though. Okay, we'll summon one more Yoster, and I guess we won't be summoning puppets, but now we can get a triple boost over to our heroes and then also deal damage at the beginning of the turn. And as you can see, all of our heroes now have mental shield and are going to be protected by the damage. Getting out those heroes. And we're just going to skip the turn now because we can't summon anymore. We have our melee heroes in the way of these Eternal Suns with the attack boost, but having the board protected is a lot better at this point. We need to be careful not to end up surrendering here by accident. Okay. We'll skip this one again. As long as the Jorman Grand doesn't freeze our Eternal Sun over here, we should be in good shape. And we'll skip the turn once more. And there we go. So that was Insidious Ella. Okay. Let's go take a look at the squad that we use to beat this boss. Okay, so let's go check out our heroes. So first of all, we have the Yoster over here. We have this skill here to silence male enemies, which wasn't really necessary and also would hurt us against Insidious because of the old god damage. But we do have the flight to at least block some of the melee heroes that dealt a lot of damage. The health boost at the end of the turn here with all of our female heroes allowed us to keep our heroes on the field, especially the ranged ones. And then also the damage at the beginning of the turn for every ally. Once they were protected, we could deal more damage to clear out heroes, except for the immune heroes, and then we could start attacking for damage. We have the Grace over here. Didn't really come into play, but once we have enough deaths on the board, we can get these 7 extra attacks. If we did have the Madame Lotrix with the puppet to remove or cleanse the negative effects to the attack, we would have been fine. We have the Villaino Mad Genius here, which gives a health boost to our heroes whenever we attack the enemy Warlord, so that helps protect our ranged heroes. And then also the second skill about healing the Warlord for the health equal to its own health really helped us out when we took the early damage on the early turns. Next, we have the Madame Lotrix, which summons the puppets. Those puppets do cleanse and remove negative effects, which include the negative attacks, but also work as blockers against the melee heroes as well. And then also we'll get a little bit of an attack boost. We have the Ariok Nemesis weapon here, which has the invulnerability that allows us to block against most of the melee heroes on the board. Also does give some bleeding and then does a little bit of attack steal, which didn't really help against them because they're still pretty strong, but was enough in order to at least let to attack. We have the Super Mary here. We have with the mental shield, and then also getting the attack boost with the each order hero. That kind of helps out with the Yoster, and then also more Super Marys, and then the Eternal Suns. And then whenever she's attacked, she gets mental shield. So again, another way to protect our board. Okay, we have the Shadow Shimuna with the Shard, which comes to give the Shadow Shimuna mental shield. Also another blocker on the lanes. And then also the counterattack allows us to deal a little bit more damage on their turn, and then also the adjacent damage. And then finally we have the Eternal Sun over here. Whenever any melee hero attacks, including this hero, they will get an attack boost. As you saw towards the end, we did have a very strong hero to attack. At the end of the turn, it gives mental shields to adjacent allies, including itself. And so that allowed us to keep our ranged heroes alive while still taking damage, and then also the Eternal Sun had attack boost. Also, whenever a ranged enemy appears, they will get negative attack, and that helps us keep some of our other heroes alive. So yeah, so that was it. We will see you guys later. This is Happy Splasher, signing off.